Yo, SMS, you there?
Yeah, you weren't supposed to talk, so we could let the music keep going. So now we'll just sit in silence until I'm all the way ready, dog.
So wait, there was music going? I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, there was. There was.
Oh, okay.
All right, give me 1 second. Thank you, Mark.
You're good, bro. I'm like freaking 9 minutes from the house right now.
you guys, you guys can hear this, right? I'm not going crazy. My Mark got me questioning everything now.
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
All right. How you been, man? What's going on?
Good, bro, man. The store real quick, grabbing some gars and about to be at the crib. Get lit with you boys.
Gotcha. Just trying to adjust the volume right now. So keep talking.
I was gonna say, Corey, do you hear the music, or am I just the only one rugged right now? I don't hear it.
No, I don't hear any background music. I hear
No,
y'all
there's none
chatting it
now.
up
There
though.
was some. There was some before he said something. At least I was hearing it, but we're all good.
Oh no, I haven't heard it, fam.
All right. So yeah, I don't know what that was. At least it worked for me. Usually it doesn't work for me, and I'm screwed on that one. Let me go grab
Are you
something real
streaming
quick, and I
too?
got the intro, and we'll get this thing popping. But
Bet I
I
should be home
appreciate
by
you.
then. I would say.
Word. That's what I was trying to kind of aim for, is give it like 5-10 minutes to start, and give it a couple rounds, just so I can get you home. Because I'm not in a rush tonight. Let it go. Let's go on for a little bit longer. I think last space we had went to about 11 o'clock. Not saying I'm going to let this one run that long, but if it does, I'm not pressed for time. But give me 1 second, and we'll get this thing started. I got a whole intro, got a couple different talking points, and curious to see what you guys are up to too. So make sure you come on up and grab a mic. If you're just coming up to say GM, just say it in the comments. I do appreciate that, but let's not do that over and over again. But do go in the comments. Let me know if you got any questions about what we're talking about. Be happy to touch on that. If you guys are curious about the Solana Made Simple, feel free to put your questions down there. I'll break it down and let you know what's kind of cooking on that end, and we'll go from there. But give me 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. Gotta put this food away. All right. How are we doing tonight, guys? Still don't like the way my headphones sound, but we'll make it work.
Mark, you must be busy. I'm happy to answer though, fam. I'm doing well. It's the first day of the week for me. It was a 3-day weekend. Went out of town, visited family. But it was good, man. It was a productive day. How about you?
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I already got the volume figured out. It was my mixer. Things have been good, man. Super busy. Exactly what I wanted it to be like. I can't complain. Making a lot of progress with the things I've been working on. I feel like I'm not active, and I mean, my numbers reflected. Sheesh, but I don't think there's a point of my day that I'm not doing something at this point, which is kind of funny. Um, I actually pulled an overnighter the other day. I didn't make a big deal about it, but I just did not sleep at all. I ended up checking my phone. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. What I did was like a super deep dive on my content. I figured out a way to write some scripts with Python and put them through to like analyze my content a little bit deeper than like regular AI and shit like that's going to do. Like really see like the kind of things that could work. And I had this call today that I didn't expect. It was a random one. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a scammer. I was like, somebody's scamming me with this account. Like this ain't this person. There's no way. Like it's a huge account. But it was him, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" So I had the call. Things went extremely well. Did not see this on my radar. Was not on my bingo list. It's nothing that you guys have seen me talk about, but it is huge implications with things, and it's crazy because tomorrow I was supposed to be going, or at least getting plans together to head to Greece and do a bunch of other shit, but all of that kind of went out the window pretty quickly. Um, I'm just kind of left with the pieces, and I'm like, fuck, man, this sucks. But then, as I got, fucking just double down on what I got right now and aim for the things that we can control. And then this happened out of nowhere. I just told him I was available because, I tell you guys all the time, your strongest ability is going to be your availability. It doesn't mean be available to everyone and do everything and stretch yourself fucking thin, but be available for the moment when it comes. It's the same thing as your trades. Like, people think that it's this super scientific, crazy way to like find your play. It's not studying metas. You can literally study the S&P and start finding your positions. Give it a week or two of like hardcore studying how charts move, how price action moves. And if you were to study an index like that, you would start to see that world politics and geopolitics really affect the money flow. It starts in Asia, carries over to Europe, ends up in the US when the market opens around 9 a.m. Doesn't matter where you're at, follow the UTC, follow the money. And that's kind of where the plays are at. About 9:15, 9:20, which way the market's going to go. That typically has dictated a lot of different things. But it doesn't take a lot, because once you learn those things and you study them things, you can enter these plays. You wait for them to come to you. But that's the thing. Be patient and just in faith, man. It doesn't matter if like your plans don't go according to plan, because most of them don't. Like most things never go according to. It's always just you figure it out. So I'll just say that much as far as where I'm at, and it wouldn't have presented this opportunity for the phone call I had today in the meeting, and they want to do another one tomorrow, and brought one of my partners on board with that. So we'll see what happens from there. But I see, Mark, you got your hand up. I'm going to do the intro real quick. You got a quick question that's related, or what's up, brother? I saw the heart and the hand still up. So I'm guessing your hand's just stuck up. So welcome back, guys. I'm SMS. This is Solana Chillin, an open community space where we keep it real about Solana, Bitcoin, everything across Web3. First and foremost, shout out to the projects I work for and represent: Marinade Finance, Zeus Network, and DD Gaming Labs, the builders of Scrolly Feed, which were extremely faded and doubted by most of the people that are in the circle that I grew up with, or not grew up with, but kind of came up with in this space. Opportunities to work and get jobs and shit like that. We just won a hackathon. We've been awarded the Solana Foundation. I'm telling you right now, man, if you think I can spot plays and find patterns, you're fucking fading decisions I'm making. And I'm not telling you to buy into them, but when you follow, something else, and you're not making your own decisions, you're missing out on opportunities. These are easy opportunities. I put Zeus's token Zeus up there when it was low. I put Marinade up, I think it was 8 cents. We hit like 20 cents. I've been telling you, believe in Dean. Look at what we're doing over here. This is something new. You haven't seen it out there. We spent $100 on fucking marketing and just won first. Out of 10 people, 10 grand prizes, we got one of them, which is $10,000 awarded to the team. Like, you got to see that we're cooking with Crisco here, man. We're not following the same trends. We're not listening to the status quo. We're not joining in and the learning sessions. I'm not saying that those aren't beneficial, but you got to realize who you are sometimes, and you got to do things a little bit differently. And of course, that's how we move and groove, slide and grind. Like that's the way we drive, man. But of course, this is powered by Solana Made Simple. Finally able to got the resources to make this happen, and we got a giveaway today. If you guys followed the directions, you had a like, repost, follow the account, tag 2 friends. I'm going to be very stingent on that, just because I've seen patterns of people trying to take advantage of giveaways and stuff like that. So at least do the work. It's free for you. It's cost me a couple dollars, but I'm glad to give back. Just don't want to be taken advantage of. So we got to make sure that we hold it down like that. And our main account, again, Soul Made Simple, that's up here, co-host. And if you guys give that a follow, I appreciate it. But we're going to start moving the content over there. Everything is going to be kind of funneled out of that. I've got 2 editors right now working on the stream. I'm going to be trying to find somebody full-time to be, helping with social media, with all the different platforms. I post every single day, guys, like sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. After this weekend, I've really honed it into a center point of what I want my content to look like, the stuff that works, the stuff that my audience is responding to. But there are some certain things where it doesn't take a personality or anything. It just takes somebody that knows how to do the work. I've tried to get people in here to, teach you guys how to do this stuff. So I'm outsourcing it to other people I haven't met before, giving them the opportunity to get some money. Just because I've put this out there, and I've seen people make content for free for other people that don't ever, like your post, how to pay attention to the people fucking around you that are hungry, passionate, and want to see you win. And when you skip over them because you think that you're, doing the right thing or building the right way, you are literally playing into somebody's marketing campaign and scheme. And you are the product of that. And you are their paycheck, their bonus. You are a product of them. You are not a product of yourself anymore. You are literally representing something else. And that's cool for you, but you're holding yourself back if you're trying to grow. Just going to tell you like that. There's a thing about that. And once I broke out of that and I started seeing other people, like these are creators in other spaces I haven't even messed with before. But I'm looking for, somebody that's dedicated to their skill set. And these guys are really good editors. So hopefully I got some good product to be putting out this weekend. And maybe we'll find somebody to go full time. One of the guys reached out. He said he wanted to manage all of my socials, the different platforms, put the content out there, edit all of that for Solana Made Simple. And I'm like, dude, this is exactly, the kind of person I've been looking for. And I'm going to be able to pay them. And that's fucking cool to me, man. Like I've told you guys, like there'll be a point where I'll have the resources to employ people. And it's like, I don't know, $500 a month, something like that. That seems pretty good. I know I've worked for that in this space. And just to see my friends that I don't get to pay, it kills me sometimes. But it's like, squeaky mouse gets the cheese, I guess. But that's where we're at with that. I'm excited to see kind of how that comes out. But as far as ecosystem updates and as far as what's going on with the rest of things, man, it's been a lot of fun building and growing and, talking to these other people, these other teams, these other minds, and just going to these meetings, hearing the conversations and seeing what's next. And like, I'm one of those people, you put me in that, man, I start to find and think and do other things. Like if you don't believe that, go check out, last Breakpoint. I was on the main stage, remotely at home, but Tanner brought me up there talking about, what I did with GetCode and implementing the tipping service and helping out with the content creators getting paid. And of course, that thing did kind of fold. They created something new, which I'll be in another call with them. Last week, I had to go to a funeral. Wasn't able to attend that meeting, unfortunately, but family first for sure. But they are cooking up something pretty cool as well. So if you're not following them, check it out. But when you go around things and you have curiosity and you have a deep well of knowledge from reading and doing the own research, you start to see patterns of things. You start to see like, how could this benefit something else? And maybe it has no personal bearing to me. Maybe it has no personal benefit to me, but it is something that will benefit the space. It'll benefit other people. Me sharing my 10% challenge, that doesn't benefit me, but I promise you, if anybody in here follows that and takes 10% of your pay, it's something you probably haven't done. It's probably something you haven't been dedicated or disciplined enough to stick to. But if you do that for a year, you're going to thank me next September. You're gonna be like, that 10% really changed a lot. It made a big difference. And I never knew that I could save that much of my money because I never tried to. I'm going to do it. And the goal with that is, so the Solana Made Simple account, brand, company, that's going to be its treasury. That's going to be, I'm going to be saving 10% of everything for the next year. And I'm going to find cool stuff to do with that and support whatever. But I'm going to be putting that into Solana Made Simple. So I'm going to be growing this account up, see how high we can get that, see like where we can take it to, and that's going to be like the goal. So the year-to-year challenge, September to September 2026. We'll see where we're at. We'll try to get it as high as we can. We're using the different opportunities on DeFi. Some of it is stable. Some of it, I mean, you guys see the post, but we're going to be using different areas here in Solana to grow this up and show people that they can start from literally nothing and build something of value. And then this is going to be what I'm going to funnel into Solana Made Simple's main account and go from there, whether it's going to be going to sponsor people, things, shows, events, whatever. That's going to be that fund right there. The idea came up from just working with Marinade Finance and watching what's going on with digital asset treasuries, watching how these companies are taking, their holdings and switching them over, staking them, and how they're making income for their companies, even if they have a day that they don't do any sales or if they don't make any, production. This would still be a way where instead of it being flat fiat that typically just goes down because of inflation, you have the opportunity to benefit on that end. So it's you got to look around you and the things that are working, take notes, copy them down, and make them what you want out of the things that you have available to you. That's the best way I think that people can become successful. Start practicing it ahead of time. Start disciplining yourself to be in that position and watch what happens. Like this was, I mean, it's over $1,000 right now, which isn't crazy amount of money. For my background, most of the people I know probably don't have $1,000. So I think that does matter for, I guess, that aspect. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, it's exciting to do it because it can change other people's lives. Like I remember getting to this space, watching people do these challenges. Like, damn, I want to try that. It just got me curious. It got me excited to see that there's a way to do other things out here. And sure, it sounds simple, but you don't always hear it, and you don't always get to be part of that conversation. So, with that being said, let's jump into the rest of these updates here. Scrolly Feed. Big congrats on the Scrolly team or the DD Gaming team in general, the developers, the interns, like especially the interns. These are the guys helping us get the word out there, getting the visibility on the timeline. Does help getting that the Seeker phone came out and our app was featured in the D App Store, but we just won the Solana Hackathon, mobile hackathon. So this directly from Solana Mobile. They noticed that we were, a game that's getting played and getting some buzz, has some potential. We won, taking home the grand prize of $10,000 for the submission, like we talked about earlier, and that's really, really huge from a bootstrap team with not a lot of support and just kind of just holding it down. And that's what grit takes, and that's what happens when you believe in something. And I just remember the calls with Dean, late at night, like just struggling, like whether it's me or him, and trying to figure this thing out, man, trying to figure out which way is up, and just like knowing that these little motivational videos, the little things we send each other back and forth on Instagram, man, like he's one of my best friends in the world, and just responding like to the messages sometimes is all it takes. And he's been there, and it's like to know his personal life and to see these successes, all of these in a row in one day. And the call that I had earlier, I was kind of telling you guys about, they're very interested in the Scrolly game. They had no idea the depths of it. They had no idea where it can go. But he will be part of that conversation tomorrow. So it's just a lot of deserved W's are coming for the homie over there. And I try to get him to the space so I can give him his flowers up here. But unfortunately, he is in another time zone and probably just sleeping it away. But I had to give that shout out to him. Doing a lot of cool stuff, and he's also launched the Dean for Creator Capital Markets. But I kind of told him to take another angle on this, and I wanted to talk about it because it's what I would call the developer capital markets, where you get small-time developers that don't get funding, that they don't get the support, they don't get the help they need, and we're using those funds directly to the things that we do. We took some of the creator funds initially and used that directly for the team with Scrolly Feed. And that's what I believe that those creator funds will work the best, is to support the communities and the people in the ecosystem. So, I did buy into that coin, and it's something that I'm not going to go out and say, go show you're going to make a bunch of money. But if you're going to be here and you're going to watch Dean build in public live on Pump Fun, you're going to see there's going to be pumps, there's going to be dumps, there's going to be, everything that goes through a market. But launching that and putting himself out there, he's done it before. And I said, look, man, people watch your content. They like developers. You're going to outlast a lot of the people that are going to come and go and make their money or lose their money, however it plays out. But you're going to be here and you're still going to be doing what you're doing, at least give yourself a chance here to put some stock into this. And it's very simple. You don't ever sell. You use your fees for yourself and for your business and your community. Don't ever sell the tokens. Anything, burn them. Don't give them away. They're not a prize for anybody. If anything, you decrease supply. You never, ever, ever sell. People will be like, yo, this dev is a dev for real, and he's not selling. Like, this is the situation to be in. But I'm not telling you guys to go buy this token. I don't care if you do or not. He doesn't care if you do or not. This is a longer term goal and mindset. I mean, the idea he pitched to me tonight about what he's trying to do in 24 hours is pretty wild. So we'll see how that turns out, and I'll probably jump on the stream with him sooner or later, and to shoot the shit while he's doing that. But got some good responses the first shot, and within a few hours, he made a few $100 just from fees. And I was like, "See, man, I'm telling you, like, let's work together." And he doesn't know much about the streaming side and all of that, but it's something that, I mean, he didn't know how to develop when he first got his NFTs. So there you go. Wasn't even a founder before he became a founder. So anything's possible, guys. But big ups to Scrolly Feed, big ups to DD Gaming Labs and everything these guys are doing over there. I know I'm part of the team, but I got to give my love and respect for all of you guys putting your time in there. You brought the developer out on me, and I'm putting scripts together, using them in different applications, different areas, and different jobs that I didn't even expect to. So it's been a lot of fun on that end. Real quick update from Marinade Finance. We have the Migrate campaign that is live. You can move your stake SOL to Marinade Native. You can earn about 4%, not exactly 4% APY. It will vary, or it will change with the price of Solana. So just keep that in mind. But that boost is for Marinade tokens for 3 months to get the full reward. It's capped at the first million. We're about, I think, 20% or so into the challenge right now. So hopefully that does get ended before the end of the month, but I think that we will wrap it up September 30th or something like that. I believe, don't hold me to that, but I believe that is the date. The main goal is it's the 1 million Solana that we're expecting to be going soon. Buybacks are ongoing. We're posting the transactions, letting you guys see that we are literally taking these fees and buying back the token. That's why you are seeing a little bit more of a pump. We hit 20 cents the other day, and it's not by accident. It's by alignment. It's by incentive. It's by giving back to the holders, giving you guys the opportunity to make decisions, myself as well. It's not the team that burnt them. We just pressed the button. You guys told us what to do and how much to do it and when you wanted to do it. So very cool to be part of that. For me, it's kind of historical kind of thing, seeing a token's been around for 4 years, and my first couple weeks on the job, like, all right, you guys want to burn some of the token? Let's do this. $40 million, poof, gone, just like that. Crazy stuff. But go tell your friends, like, yeah, I'm in a community, we just burned $40 million. They won't believe you or understand it, but it happened, and that's real. On top of that, we got Marinade recipes right around the corner. If you guys are curious about that, get on the website, get on the early list, or the wait list, and that will give more pressure for them to release this sooner. That's the only alpha I can give you as far as when can we get this to happen sooner. Basically, you're just going to be able to stake your Solana, and you're going to be able to get your options of a meme coin, a stable coin, or an ecosystem coin. We just added another coin option to the lineup, expanding your ways to earn beyond just Solana. So check that out. Last but not least, we have Zeus Network. These guys are definitely moving and grooving as well. They've been making some waves in the space. Recently partnered with Pyra. It's a platform that lets you spend your crypto while it's on loan. That's pretty cool. You guys will see more about that. I'm going to create some content kind of talking more about that card and how you guys can get involved. I mean, that's what we've always aimed for, is fun ways to spend our crypto and become your own bank, become your own investor, manager, all of that kind of stuff. Really interesting mechanics that we'll keep looking into, but it shows you that Zeus is continuing to expand BTCFi in real world utility on Solana. I cannot stress that enough. If you are not taking advantage of the opportunities that are there, you probably don't have enough Bitcoin. You probably don't have enough Solana. Buy one, stake one, restake it, hit the loop, go for that. I didn't talk about this one. I haven't made any content recently, but I did also put my my MSOL into Camino on the multiply. So far, so good. They've had 0 liquidations. I'll update you guys more on that as time goes on. That is part of the 10% challenge. 10% challenge, like I said to you, is going to be going towards the Solana Made Simple Treasury when that time comes around, looking at next September. So we got some work to do. We've got a lot of work to do, but it'll be pretty simple as long as we follow the plan and stick to it and pivot as needed. But that's all I got as far as updates with what I got going on. Any questions, you guys feel free to come on up here. If you don't have any questions, that's cool too. But Marky, you back up here? What's going on, bro?
Yes, sir, bro. You know that when you hop at the crib and hop on the
The
Wi-Fi,
Bluetooth.
the space rugs you all the time, you know, and
Oh
then it
yeah, the
drops you
Wi-Fi.
down.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So that's what happened. That's how you knew I was at the house. Once you saw me rug like that, that's when I was at the house because
Well,
the
you came
Wi-Fi
back
hit.
crystal clear now, so at least you
Yes,
got that.
sir. Got the mic on. We in the office. We cooking now, bro.
So
Cooking
what's
so
new? What's the
much.
latest? How was I didn't make it to the cookout yesterday. Give us a recap on what you guys were doing over there.
Yeah, dude, we actually had Moonwalk Fitness. So they were, on the
Bullish.
Solana stream the other day. They've been, very integrated with Seeker Phone as well on their apps. They were actually the first app that was, kind of put on the spotlight, I would say, with the Seeker Phone. So had them on the show, dude. Amazing show. She, Caitlin is an amazing, person, part of the team.
Caitlin cooks,
Explain.
right?
Yes, yes. So she's amazing, dude. Honestly, very detailed in her explanations. I mean, any question you brought her way, she knew how to answer it. So she was very
Please
well.
tell me you played Walk It Like You Talk It for the intro.
No, I didn't. I didn't, dude. Honestly, I would have not knew. I would have not knew. That was the first time, we had a conversation like that. So it was nice, dude, to get some input. And dude, honestly, just very bullish on Moonwalk Fitness, I will say.
Are you doing the challenges and everything? I know Soulflare has one going on.
Yeah, Soulflare does have been having a couple, honestly, dude. It's hard to keep up now with how many they got going on, but yeah, dude, keeping up with them as well. So doing those, trying to stay healthy. It's pretty fun, honestly. I would say when you got a group of people that all like-minded, a whole community behind it, it pushes you a little bit more.
What's the step goal for the challenge you guys are doing?
I believe it's 5K right now.
Yeah, that's about what I have on average. That's like a walk to and from the Wawa to get coffee, one to and from the gym, and then the dog walk. That hits those without really doing anything else. But I've been making it a point to make extra dog walks just to get out and do more. Working in this capacity, I'm definitely a little bit more locked in. I actually extended my desk and used my fucking big ass giant TV as a monitor now. And I've got my standing desk, so I don't have to be cramped up. I have options and a little bit more ability to move around here. But that's awesome. I'm glad you had them on there. They're doing good stuff because I think that's really easy when stable coins come around to implicate that for like the users. Like at some point, I feel like traditional banks are going to have options to have your cash into stable coins with Solana, and you'll be able to connect that bank account. Essentially will embed a wallet that will tie to your card. You see what I'm saying? Like either that or just a regular
Soulflare card coming soon.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is something like the Soulflare card where you can typically literally just use it and it does the back end transaction. Either way, I think there's going to be several payment processing opportunities that are going to be available. But I think that one and marketed the right way with like go to marketing campaigns and like in New York is a great spot for it. And Caitlin, I mean, they have an ecosystem, dog walkers, and like a network of those kinds of people because there's so many people in there that just don't drive. I haven't driven or owned a car. I've been driving, but I haven't owned a car in almost 3 years now. And I think I'm actually going to buy a car now. And I've gotten around without it. And I've used public transportation, little moped, little bike, whatever, e-bike, whatever I would need to. But I just kind of keep in mind, like, where I live is a small-minded place. Everywhere else is a lot bigger. Like we don't even have scooters in our downtown area or like our campuses. We don't have the e-bikes and shit like that. Nothing.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, dude, honestly. And I would say honestly, the one of the biggest aspects that I really liked with Moonwalk Fitness was the fact of just the onboarding process, bro. To get the app, get it going. There's multiple ways. You don't need a crypto wallet necessarily. And I think it goes beyond crypto, honestly. Like I think it's easier to onboard somebody without them even knowing that they're getting onboarding into crypto at all, to be honest, dude. Imagine, just being on an app with, your friends and things like that in real life where, oh, let's, just do a challenge. Let's keep up with each other. Let's, motivate each other and hold each other accountable. Let's throw $5 in and go from there, So I think it's easier to onboard somebody as well from, RL to Web3 without them really even knowing.
I think that's a great point because most people in this space, it's like, I don't want to do anything unless I get something out of it. And it's like, well, just go walk. Like that's it, track your steps.
Well, that the thing is Web3 is all freaking degens, bro. Everybody's expecting money out of whatever app, whatever platform they use. They're expecting an airdrop. They're expecting some type of return,
I
bro.
would
That's
say that
just
that's a crypto Twitter thing and like a degenerate mindset in general. But I
it
think
is
it's
because Web 2 is not like that. Web 2, I
right.
mean, necessarily does not ever give you anything back, bro. Any
Well,
platform
we know
use
where you
any.
got to buy something. Like you don't just walk in somewhere and buy it and be like, okay, I get rewards for having your T-shirt, or I bought your
Mm-hmm.
poster. You're gonna give me a payback. Can you actually hold my poster for me and give me money for doing that too? It's like, no, that doesn't happen, bro. Like that's not. I mean, it's a whole other place. Like you're talking apples and fucking grapes at this point, but still to the point. I think you can still argue it, but
Yeah, and like I said, dude, it's just the fact with and Caitlin brought up a good point. It's RL when you have friends, things like that. You guys have a different goal. It's not necessarily let's do it for the money. It's let's do it. Let's get those 5 steps in and just let's do it because we're holding each other accountable. It's a whole different mindset, like you said, dude. People are not necessarily looking to get a paycheck. They're just making sure they're hitting those 5K steps. They don't care about nothing else. They're just using the app literally to count their steps and challenge their friends to make sure they're doing the same thing. They don't give a fuck about the crypto or anything like that. They're doing it just to hold each other accountable and have some fun using the app itself. So I think it's a real good onboarding process, bro. For me, honestly, I know there's a bunch of running groups out here in Jacksonville, dude. And imagine if I can just onboard all those people into something like this without them even knowing this is really even a crypto app, which is really not, bro. It's a Web 2 app. So I think for the Web 2 side, the RO side, it's going to be very easy to onboard people without them even knowing that they're getting onboarded into the Solana blockchain and using crypto.
I think one of the easiest ways for that would be Venmo and Cash App because you're already seeing like at Boy Scout places like we accept Cash App. Like that's one of the number one payment options. Phrasing it with crypto and doing anything like that's going to be a tough like. Well, download this crypto wallet, use this crypto thing. If you can go to your Cash App, send $5 in USDC to this person to their payment device, whatever it is, and like onboard them that way, that'll work. But if they got to download it, that's where you're gonna have some struggle. One of the plans I have is to go to the local college I got, and I'm going to tell people like, look, I'll pay you $1 for every minute of your time, and it'll be 5 minutes. I'll set a timer. I'll say go. I'll have them download a wallet, and then once they get the wallet set up, I'll send them $5, and that'll be their $5. If they don't get it set up, then I'll say sorry, I can't send you it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to actually do that. But my goal is to spend the 5 minutes and get them set up, onboard them, make content with it. So it's 5 minutes of fame, $5, 5 minutes. They get onboarded into crypto. They follow and check out the YouTube channel and come back to X. Like that's the whole funnel. That's the whole game plan. It should be pretty simple and obvious to everybody. Like, how are you going to get them involved? How can they use it? And why would they? Why would they want to? There's a really cool app on your Seeker if you guys haven't paid attention. That's it's called Find Me, I think. Wait, where's my Seeker at? Hold on. Put it somewhere. Oh, it's in my pocket. Hold on. Mark, take the wheel.
Cooking. Yeah, let's see. If anybody wants to come up, definitely raise your hands, come up. This is an open space for you guys, honestly. I will say, dude, earlier I was pretty hyped up because I actually won a helium miner from the helium giveaway. So I got a miner coming on the way, so I'm pretty hyped up about that, dude. I've been wanting one
Wait,
for
you
a
got a
while
miner
now.
coming on your way? Like a Bitcoin miner?
No, a helium miner, bro.
Oh. I didn't hear that
Directly
part.
from helium.
That's dope. Is that like a hotspot? Or is it just a miner? Like simply
Yeah, it's a hotspot.
Okay.
Yep,
That's what I
hotspot
was.
miner. Yep.
That's dope. Fucking Josh has a bunch of them. Josh Graff or whatever his name is or something. He has the Saga Monk. He had some issues with his, but he was saying he loved them and he was collecting easily off it. Just simple as that. But
if you place them in some busy areas, you can actually cook with those things, bro. They're
that's what it was, right?
Yeah, they've been posting. Yeah, they've been posting like what top earners are making, dude, out here in the U.S., bro. And like motherfuckers make bread, bro. And of course, a lot of these people.
How much are they making? Give me a ballpark.
I mean, dude, it just depends in the area, I would say, places like I think it was like New York. Let me see, what was the post at? They actually posted it recently, dude. Let me see if I can pull it up.
All right. Well, if you have a Seeker app, it's it's called Near Me.
Near Me. So what does that do?
you go to this and then you wait for it to like find your location, and then it'll show you all the places that are around you that accept USDC or Solana.
Oh, nice. That's actually pretty cool.
It's fucking dope, dude. So like I'm going in here and let's see what we got. Like I saved one of these. What do these guys got? Super rare. I don't know what that place is, but they accept. Let's see what they accept. They accept USDC and Sol. Marketplace business accepting cryptocurrency payments. I don't know. I'm like wondering if these are shell companies for some of them because it is Delaware. But some of these are real businesses. I know for sure. Like this is a tech company, but they only might be like online. You know what I mean? Like payments might not be services or goods. Or goods and services. So I'm gonna go around, and this is part of the reason that I wanted to get a vehicle and just drive around. There is a pizza shop on here because I did like specifically look up food places. So I want to like go around and pay for this shit with USDC or Sol and get pizza and check out these spots.
I need to check that app out, see if there's anything out here, especially with Jacksonville being as big city and growing so quickly, dude. This definitely I feel like could be a big hub.
I mean, I'm
that's
in
the thing
Delaware,
out here, bro.
What are you talking about? Think about this.
That's true.
You're talking about a little fucking shitty ass armpit of the U.S. Delaware. I mean, it's not that bad, but it ain't Jacksonville or Florida to the extent of like size and population, I would imagine.
So pretty much, look, the hotspot of the week, right? Earned 900 plus HNT, which is Helium's token. I think it's like maybe I don't remember, like $1 or something. I think. 19 days, right? 500 plus average daily users using it, 7 terabytes of data moved, and this is in Longmont, Colorado. So, and then you can actually click on it, see where where these hotspots are at, how much data they're pushing, who's the person, like, top hotspots. Like, dude, that's one thing I like about it is you can actually see the data and the information where it's at, dude. What, and so like for California is the top state that does the most, helium.
Imagine,
yeah. Florida is actually
like?
next. That's actually crazy.
Okay.
Florida's number 2. I'm actually very surprised on that. That's actually very interesting.
What's the temperature where you're at right now, Marky?
I think it was right in like the 70s, low 70s right now.
Damn, you guys stay pretty cool until like November, and then it starts to get a little bit chillier, huh?
I mean, yeah, not really. I would say it usually gets like real kind of coldish when it starts getting to like the 40s, maybe the 30s. It's like January or February time frame, honestly, dude. Like we get a hot like December and shit, dude. We got hurricane season right now, like, dude, it's hot as fuck and humid out here.
That's why I used to go down there. We would do a quick week before the winter, and then spring break when we come back around and party down like Miami, South Beach, Florida, Tampa, Orlando. Wilding the fuck out. Jesus Christ, this shit was fun. Either way, do you have Helium? You're using that phone like service right now?
Yeah, dude, I'm actually, right now I'm having issues with Helium, so I'm in the chats. I got back-end support, dude. I got like literally a ticket that's been open for like 2 weeks now that they're trying to figure this out, dude.
What's wrong with it? Are you not able to get the server set up on your Seeker?
Yep, yeah, that's exactly right. For some reason, my Seeker is not working with their network, dude.
Is it saying it's working, but it's not connecting? Like you're not able to find it?
No, dude, it's not working at all. So like I opened a ticket about 2 weeks ago, dude. I've literally been in calls, or not calls, but like chats with them, dude. Literally, there's no response.
Does it say that your eSIM is loaded into your phone, but you can't connect it?
It's not even like getting me to that stage, bro. Like it's not even letting me it's like set up but not set up at all, dude. So it's like literally not letting me do anything, bro. So it's like
look, this is probably what you should do. Go dunk it in water for 30 seconds and then go put it in your microwave, because you need to make sure it has a little bit of water inside so it doesn't get too dry. Just kidding,
bro. Yeah. So, dude, but yeah, dude, literally they got back-end support. So literally it's been a couple days now, just waiting on the response. They still haven't, gave me a response. They're still saying that, I got to wait. So hopefully it all gets solved soon. So that way I can start using my Helium and start, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude,
extracting.
I've got 3 Helium numbers right now. I've got my cell phone that we're on here. I've got the Seeker. I've got the old phone. And then I've got 3 wallets set up on all them specifically, and then other wallets crossed over, dude. It's like when people, I don't know. When we were younger, there was other reasons to have all these phones, and it's funny as fuck now. Where it's just like just because I have them, like I don't know why else, farming, whatever. But
Yep, I'm gonna be farming, dude, and especially at the crib because I got a tenant here that lives in the backyard. My,
are y'all
my
cool, or is it
family.
like you gotta stay away?
Oh no, she's cool as fuck, dude. She
Oh,
smokes
word.
weed with me and everything, bro. We be
Hey,
chilling. We be chilling,
first
bro.
thing he said was she smokes weed with me. She's cool, dog.
Nah, she's
That's a
cool. She's real.
Jacksonville like
She's
temperature
an
gauge
older
right
lady,
there.
bro. She works. She's a manager at this place. She's or, you know what I'm saying. She's got her own life, bro. Like
Did you
I don't.
onboard her, like your tenant, or no? Did
You
you
know what's
say
funny?
pay me?
We've actually had conversations about crypto, which is
You
actually
should tell
interesting.
her to just pay you with USDC through Soulflare app.
Well, I got to get her to even buy some crypto at first. That's
She
really
don't have to
the goal.
buy any
Download,
crypto. Well, I guess she does
download
have
the
to buy it,
wallet.
but she's not gonna lose any value. Like,
I know, but it's just what I'm saying because I think a little bit older. I've had conversations with her about it and stuff.
man, work your skills, work your magic, man.
Oh, I know it, bro. Trust me, I know it, bro. Slowly
That's
but
like a
surely.
good. I mean, I'm not saying exploit your tenant for the use case, but that would be a good like project, like showing somebody and like being able to work with them a little bit closer and like, hey, let me show you this thing, or you should check this out. Like different things that you get involved with. Like that's kind of like what I do with the guy at the liquor store. He got the Soulflare wallet downloaded. He hit me up. He followed up with everything, and we got him, buying some shit. And he was like, "All right, I want to check this out, see how this goes." And I am watching in, these companies, like you're talking about with DATs and stuff. This is amazing. It's like you're telling me before it happens. I'm like, no, I'm not, dude. I'm just like listening to it in real time. Like you got to get on X, and that's what I kind of like. That's how I explain it to people. I'm like, you listen to the radio, like you listen to people talk and bullshit all the time. That's what spaces are. Like you'll find that there's ones that are really dumb, and then you'll find ones that come up consistently the same time, and you'll tune in and be like, oh, this is tight. And like it's like the radio where you used to call in. You can just raise your hand. Same thing.
Killing it.
I don't know. That's the way I think it works. But
Yeah, I gotta get her to download Soulflare wallet. That's my goal.
dude, it's your tenant. She's probably gonna smoke some. Like, go up to her and be like, hey, I gotta talk to you. Come smoke this thing with me and bring your phone, and then send her $20, and then go from there, bro.
We're gonna be all right. She's gonna get on board. I have a feeling she's gonna get on board.
So the other thing, what else did you do? You just had somebody on behind the fire. What was that?
Oh yeah, we had Jinsu on Beyond
was
the Fire
today?
today. Yep, that was today, earlier today, dude. That was a banger space. Jinsu's all supportive, all around person. So, everybody came out and supported the guy.
He's got
So.
anything new coming on or going on with friends and with projects he's working with or anything? Any alpha?
I haven't gotten any updates from Friends Factory, honestly. So I don't know. He would have to come up and maybe share some alpha with us, honestly. Because I don't, personally keep up too
No
much
pressure,
with
but
it.
if there is
He's the one
alpha, feel
that,
free.
yeah, he's definitely the one that's got the alpha on that.
Who else we got in here? We got let's go do a little bit of a roll call. We got Quicks up in the building, Ginsu. We got KC, Corey. Hold on, KC. When cooking with KC, I'm gonna press this one again. Cooking with KC. Wait, both you geckos are next to each other.
Kaya.
And both of you guys should fucking connect. KC and Corey are cooking. Let's see it. We got Divine in here. Wait, we scared somebody away. They didn't want to have me say their name. What's going on, Divine? I see you rocking out steadily. We've got Visionary, Code AJ, David, King Larry, Dia, Ronzi, Murphy C, and Kiz. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Just vibes and value, doing our thing. Boom, boom, boom.
The yellow coming out strong, baby.
Yeah, you guys come through thick with two C's, kind of thick. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let me ask you this. This is a hot topic. What do you think about the creator markets and the coins and all of that?
Bro, you know me, bro. I find other ways to I don't mess with that type of stuff, bro, personally,
All right, I understand that you don't mess with it. Like, let's take your opinion away from it. Like, give me a very open opinion here.
I mean, bro, there's a lot of work needed. Of course, bro. I think it's not really set in stone. I think it's still very extracting.
Hold on, let me ask you this. If you don't sell your token, are you extracting because you collect fees?
Bro, I don't even know necessarily how it works or how it
I'm
goes,
asking you a
bro.
question. I'm asking you a question though. Like you, let me say that you like I give you something because you launch it on my platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people decide to
And
come in and
well,
buy it.
let me say this: regardless if you sell or not, anybody else can sell, right?
Yeah, that's what. Let me finish. So all of the people in this room come in and buy your token, right? You
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell them to. You just started running with the space. You're rolling up a joint, and you're gonna talk to me about crypto because I came down to Jacksonville. Oh, that's all we're doing, right? And it's Marky rolls up joint or coin, whatever, and it runs up to 50K in like 13 seconds, right? And then it goes to zero, and then it bounces up a couple more times. It goes to zero, and then we actually try to do something fun, and people get excited because we're like shotgun and weed and fucking doing keg stands or whatever the fuck you're doing. I don't know, like what this shit. Like people are doing dumb shit. Or you take another perspective. We have this space live on stream talking about valuable things that people can kind of benefit from learning about, and they're like, you know what? I fuck with these guys. I want to buy that token. I want to buy their stock, their share. I believe in them. At some point, like the floor of this bottom line should rise because these guys, like, they bring value. Either case scenario, one fuck off, stupid, entertaining, there's value right there. You spent your time. That should equate the value. Or it's not valuable, but you wasted your time, which still, that's a W for the person that's pressing, go, and you signed up. Nobody asked you to stay. Nobody asked you to waste your time. Nobody asked you to buy the token. Now, you look at the token on two different ends. You came in there because you think this person's going to get super famous and you want that token to go up. And if you say you didn't, you're a fucking liar. So that's first off. Now, secondly, you come in there and you buy the token and hey, this is basically a business that's their own business. I'm not looking to sell today or tomorrow. Sure, if it goes up 100x, I should probably take profit off of this thing. But like, I'm gonna leave some on there because I'm gonna be rocking out with this guy. They paid me, and I still got some of the token left. Or it goes to zero, and you're like, you know what? I'll buy more just because like I averaged down to the costs, and now I'm just a holder of this community. I was gonna show up and support them anyway, right? Now you, Marky, you've never sold anything. All you did was just hold. If anything, you took money out of your pocket to buy back in, or you collect a creator fee and you take a couple dollars off of that and say, you know what, I'll buy some of this shit then if you guys are going to sell it. This is on discount for me too. This is my stock. I'm buying my own product. Like, would you not eat your own pizza at a pizza shop?
No,
So,
I understand that. I understand
so
that.
like, you're not selling your stock. You, if anything, are going to burn and reduce, providing a deflation mechanism that eventually you'll figure out tokenomic wise. It would make sense to learn tokenomics if you're going to launch a coin or get in a circle of people that understand this a little bit, because like a little can go a long way with a token, right? So there's that end. You've never sold, you're showing up still, nothing changed with your game. People can say whatever they want to. All you have to say is, I never asked you to buy or sell, and I still never sold my own token. Stick around, fuck around, and find out. Like, that's my best advice. If you're trying to trade this for profit, definitely take your fucking W's. I'm sure somebody's gonna buy your fucking W's and raise the floor, and you'll be at a point of, fuck, why'd I sell then? Look at Fluffy. He's a good example. His token was $10 at one point and went up, or whatever his lowest point you can imagine. It was a penny, or less than a penny. He went up to a couple 100,000 or some shit. I don't know exactly how much, but he's got stock. He's got value. He's got a name. Everybody knows that he makes content. He's funny as can be. Your funny content that you make, you could do that shit live. That would work, but it has to be a good, consistent live streamer. And here's my take on that thing. Like, I understand your point that you think it's extracting. I think it's extracting if you're buying it to sell it and disappear. That's extracting. If you're buying it to sell it in a world of crypto to make a profit, you're going to tell me I'm wrong for fucking selling my Bitcoin? That at any level, that would be extracting. So what kind of argument are we making here? I think that that's a cheap argument and a scapegoat of like, I don't think I can do it, so I think that anybody that does it might be extracting. I'm not saying you, but I think that the people that say it's brand, it could ruin your brand. It's like, well, what are you trying to hide? or like, what are you worried about ruining? If you're going to be in it, like you're going to be in it, it's up to the other people around you. I think that comes down to the person, and it's easy to paint that picture. And I'm not saying that I totally like love the idea and think that this is going to be a long-term thing. It's a very novel idea to like go this route, but it gives that chance back. Like I pitched to Dean to start the developer capital markets where like small time developers, they have a chance they can launch a coin. Other developers, people that are buying their like their game, like what they're doing, they want to buy their token and just hold on to it, or like they want to support their boy or their developer or their friend, like whatever it is. Like the same way you support an artist, it gives you that opportunity to do it. I do see the point where there's a guy that launched 72,000 fucking tokens and he rugged every single one of them. That's an extracting person. You should be able to discern the difference between that and a Dean. Dean's face is on the screen and he's showing up tomorrow. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think your take is so like one dimensional that you're not even thinking about it enough for yourself a little bit. Like, how would it benefit you to support your friends in that endeavor? Like when it's just like, oh, it's all extractive. It's like, you think Fluffy's extractive?
I don't know, bro. I don't watch his streams. I don't know what type of person he is. You know, I can't really, recall that. The way I see it personally,
the thing is,
bro,
your take says that anybody that's doing
listen.
it is extractive. I will listen, but
I'm not saying everybody is, bro. I'm not saying that. But the
But
point
your
is,
take
for
says
me,
that.
but for me, bro, it goes person to person, like you said, right? So for me, I wouldn't launch a token for myself or anything like that. I'm just not gonna attach myself to a token, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather find another way to do it, bro. And that's just me personally. So I think it is. You're right. It is person.
What if you
person,
launched
bro.
the cookout and all of your friends supported it and bought $10 of that token?
But that's the thing. I don't need to launch a token to do that, bro.
Nobody said you did.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's my point. I don't need to launch a token and do any of that these streamers are doing, bro. I get that support in a whole different way. That's what I'm saying, bro. So for me to, hop on stream and launch a token and do all this, to me, that's just too much work, bro. I'd rather, find a way to do it, another way to do it.
It takes like 4 clicks, bro.
Whether it's reaching out to somebody.
It literally takes like 0.2 at like minimum.
Right, bro. But at the end of the day, you're still attaching yourself to that token. At the end of the day, where that token goes to zero, I
understand that, but it sounds like you're scared to. It sounds like you're scared to do something like that, and I don't understand like your trepidation on that. Like why you're like, whoa, I'm not going to attach myself to that shit. Like that's your brand, your name, and your reputation. Like your reputation is dependent. Your reputation isn't dependent on somebody else buying or selling. Like that's why you hold. And you show up every day. That's what I'm
saying. At the end of the day, bro, it goes to that back to what you said. It goes to that person to person. I'm personally not going to attach myself to a token, bro. That's just not me,
I'm not
dude.
asking you to, but it's like a weird way of how you defend it. It's like, I'm not going to attach myself to it, and it goes person to person. But if I don't do anything wrong, how is it your fault? Is it because you're letting other people dictate the sentiment? Like, I feel like you dismiss it and you don't want it, and that's okay. I don't think you should launch a token, especially with like the way you feel about it. But I feel like you could be one of these successful people with it. If people knew they could tune in Sunday night and tune into the cookout, I think that you would benefit gravely on that, even on just those nights. Maybe you just get a little bit of a pump because people come in and watch your stream, that they want to see the cookout and hear you talk to Caitlin about fucking Moonwalk. I'm telling you, like, in my head, that's the way it works. But like, if you think that's extractive for you in other ways to get it, like, that's fine, man. Like, I don't be so defensive on it, because it sounds like, to me, everybody that's been defensive of it, everybody I've heard to be defensive of it, it's like, I'm not tying my name to that. It's like you've set yourself up to sound like you've done something wrong, and it's like you're blaming everybody else because you said if other people do it, it's not taking any accountability. If you just show up and do what you're doing, who gives a fuck if it goes up or down? Like, are you telling me that Luca Nets, since his token tanked, you're going to look at that reputation against him, and you're going to like, on this space right now, you're going to tell me, based off of what you said, this guy launching a token on Solana has a bad reputation in this space because everybody sold his token and dictated the outcome and sentiment of that? You're going to tell me that? I don't think that makes any sense. And you have to look at it that perspective if you were going to launch a token, not you specifically because of your apprehension on it, but anybody else justly. Think about that. Let it go down. Look at Marinade's token when they launched. It went down. Look at Magic Eden. It went down. Every single token that launches goes down. And everybody that doubts it, they go back and they say, damn, I wish I would have supported that because I knew that that thing was real. They're going to like stick around. But it is early. It is creator capital markets. I'm just asking your take on it. I understand that you don't like it.
Yeah, yeah, bro, and that's what it goes back to, bro. You know, I think it really just goes back to that, bro. And I think it's really the fact that I feel like you're pushing it a little too much. You know, like for me, it's just I'm not gonna get involved into it, bro. I'm not gonna.
These are
hop
questions, Marky. If
Fun.
you think this is a push, you need to understand conversation a little bit differently, homie.
No, bro. I'm just saying, you know, from your conversation and everything, bro. It's you know going back to it. I'm just not
let's
gonna
take
be
it a step
involved
back.
in it.
Let's take it a step back because this is live and people are listening. You aren't telling me I'm pushing it. I'm asking you questions, putting a hypothetical situation in there. So
Totally understand, bro. I totally understand. Trust me. I'm just giving you my point of view.
I understand it. I'm just clarifying your point of view. I'm not pushing the token. I'm not suggesting it. It's a current relevant topic, and you got defensive on it because of the extraction point. I understand that it's
I'm not getting defensive. I'm just giving you my point of view, bro. That's all it is. It's just giving you my point of view, how I see it, bro. And the conversation can grow from there, bro. That's all it is.
I got you. And I know that like 95% of all these coins are like probably going to go to zero in the first, like, I don't know, 24 hours or at least relatively close to that. But overall, I do think that there's going to be some point where there's people that succeed extremely well with it because of the attention that they're grabbing across multiple waves of content, not just with the crypto. Like you're seeing so many random ass people coming on there. Like it's like as random as you would see a short on YouTube in the first like years of that, you're seeing like a very similar thing happen and people are making cake on this shit. It's ridiculous.
Dude, that's the truth, bro. If you can get, you know, people's attentions, you can make money off there. That is the goddamn truth.
But it's the thing about that is it's monetizing the time and content, and it's where we come from. We see that as extractive because you'd have to typically sell your coin. This created the weird thing where I never realized like that until I saw it like happening, and I was like, how are these people making this money? This is nuts. But I don't know. It's something that I want to keep watching, keep my eyes on. I mean, I've been seeing conversations about it. And we'll see where that goes. I mean, there are some people that are definitely going to be extractive and manipulated. I mean, people do that with dollars. So it's like, you can't escape it wherever you go. But
that is the truth. Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an interesting thing. I like it. I think it's good. But that's the same thing. I mean, bro. Most people thought NFTs were a scam. Most people think meme coins are a scam. Everything we've done in this space has been a scam, and most people thought that. But don't be like most people, and do the best you can from there. But I don't know. I hope you didn't take it personal. Get you know.
No, bro. Like I said,
offended. It wasn't, I'm not saying that, but like I'm not pushing
bro.
it.
These
it's
are just conversations. Yeah,
and I don't want to assume anything with you. So no offense on that one.
Nah, you're good, dude. You know, it's just conversation, bro. Like I said, it's just my point of view, bro. I'm just not gonna get involved into it, bro. I don't see anything profound that I'm gonna be involved in it, at least for now, bro. I know Quicks was bringing up some good points on, you know, instead of, you know, having the creator make the token and have to do everything, have it on the platform, which I actually agree with a lot. So I don't know, bro. There's a lot of takes. There's a lot of different takes on this. It's very brand new, and I think it's just very early still. You know, where we're gonna see this kind of go. So I think we need a little bit more time. You know.
Yep. I mean, you can get in now and be the early bird, or jump in with the rest of the people. Like I think that's really how this goes. I think it's also one of the meta type things, but I think it lasts in some way. It just brought too much money. I think, like, because look, trust me, I was like against Pump Fun. I didn't trade meme coins. I stayed far away. I got into like 3 of them, and I was like, these are my Grail coins. These are the only ones I like. And then I saw this thing happen. I'm like, I still don't like it. My friends are doing it. I'm like, well, he's funny, but like, I still don't like it. And my boy Trey was doing it, and I was like, dude, I don't like even any of this stuff. I don't want to be part of this. And then seeing Pump being hated so hard, and like I could only remember seeing Pengu drop, and I was like, but everybody loves Pengu and it's doing so well. Like, I don't give a fuck if you don't understand like the fundamental part of them or whatever, but like just look at the chart and look at the reaction to the people and watch that and like look at the amount of money, billions of dollars just sitting there at the floor, and people are saying this is the worst thing in the world. I'm like, nothing we've done here has brought this much money. And I'm not saying it's the saving grace or it's the greatest thing that's come out of Solana by a long shot, but I think it's brought in a lot of money. I think it's brought in a lot of attention, and I think that is what you want for the 10 to 15-year-old investor or a year investor, for like the person that has that long-term vision, because that brings in people here that typically wouldn't have been here. It gives people an opportunity that would not have created here. It opens up a wheelhouse that we just never had. Like, look at that collection gains that I was doing spaces with. Those half of those motherfuckers wouldn't be here. They're all from like the meme coin trenches that got, fucking took a couple L's and got stuck with a wallet and wanted to figure out what they could do past that. And that's just a slice of the result of what these things bring in. Sure, there's a lot of bad shit, but those people leave. They don't want to stick around. You know what they say, man. People that get caught, they're the people that come back to the crime scene or whatever it is. Like, that's the same thing. People that are like, yeah, I don't want to be in this space. I'm doing dirty shit. Like, yeah, they extract, they get out, they switch their disguise up, but they're gonna come and go. That's inevitable. But I don't know. It's an exciting place to be in the space. Like, I think that it took a lot of attention away from a lot of different coins. Like, I think even your favorite meme coins all took like a 10 to 30% of a hit during this. And
everything.
And Solana's pumping. So it's like I'm not gonna dismiss that fact. I have to pay attention to it and discuss it and see where the sentiment's at. And it's like, okay, if there's a large amount of creators that are like, I'm totally against this, it's like, well, why? Do you understand it? Have you given it a shot? Like, you're not the only one that is totally against it. Trust me, I've talked to a lot of people, and they're like,
oh, yeah. Bro, yeah, that's the sentiment. There's a lot of opinions around.
I was on that side too, and now I'm open to it. I invested into Pump down at the very, very bottom, and I was like, this is going to be the most hated rally. And like, I'm sitting on an 8x on a nice position right now, and I'm like, okay, well, just keep on cooking, guys. Like, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy it happened. So. It works for me.
Nah, great conversation, dude, honestly. But definitely, bro, I do gotta head out because I do gotta hop on this stream with Mr. Quicks. I don't know if he's still in here or he hopped out. Yeah, he hopped out already. But I do gotta hop on this stream with him here in a second. So definitely,
all right,
bro.
Well, if you want to have any last thoughts or closing words or whatever, feel free to take it away, and I'll wrap this thing up from there.
Nah, definitely, bro. I really do appreciate the conversation. This was honestly great conversation, honestly. And I wish we would have had some more input on this. I hate that, this whole space, it was just you and me talking. So
you
definitely
should come to my Sunday ones. It's just me. It's right after yours, in case you didn't know the time. But it's every Sunday.
Well, definitely, bro. It was regardless or not, bro. Like I said, it's always great conversation in here, bro. Regardless, we agree to disagree or whatever the case may be, bro. It's always love in here.
That's what we do, man. You got to get perspective, and if you don't raise a question and get some kind of real response, then you're not going to get the truth out of anybody. If they always say yes, then they're a bunch of fucking bullshitters. So yeah, I got no problem with people disagreeing with me.
About the yes men. Yes,
I got no problem with somebody disagreeing with me, and I don't have a problem with people not liking me because I keep it real deal, Holyfield, all the way through. And I mean, it's usually a them problem, not gonna lie. But I appreciate your perspective because I honestly want to hear it. I want to see, like, what am I not thinking about? What am I not seeing? If I don't get that, then I think everything I'm saying is right. Even if I still think it's right, I get to have a perspective thing. But go ahead and get on your stream, bro. Have a good one. Tell the boys I said what's up. Thank the rest of you guys for being here. I appreciate you coming through and hanging out, Solana Chillin. Make sure you follow the main account up here, Solana Made Simple. Really excited with what's coming with this, guys. If you weren't listening into it, the 10% challenge I'm doing year to year, I decided to take that full amount and going to be allocating that towards the Solana Made Simple Treasury for the main account and everything that I plan to do going forward relating to marketing, merch, IRL events, giveaways, NFTs, so on and so forth. This will be also part of, the Web3 underdogs. Dogs got to eat too. So it's something I'm looking to, in public, showing you guys how are you going to make this business work. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to use Solana. I'm going to use 10% of everything I've make, trade, collect, get, and I'm going to show you how anybody can do this starting from zero. And about 6 or 7 weeks ago, I guess I had the idea. We're at just over $1,000 in that wallet right now, and we've got it staked. We've got it earning yield. So we're cooking. We've got looping going on. We're showing you the different strategies, and we started from simply buying USDC and Solana and putting it into liquid staking. That was it, and here we go. This is the way it works, man. This is the way the flywheel of bringing people into the space. It makes the most sense. So don't dismiss anything, even if everybody hates it. Typically, think about this, and this will be the kind of what I land this whole space on. When people zig, you should learn to zag. If everybody hates something that's happening, start doing it. If everybody's selling, start buying. The fundamentals don't change. The opinions change. The sentiment change. The influence from the people around you change. You're not thinking for yourself when you believe everything around you. If you're not involved, if you haven't had skin in the game, you can't take their advice. They've never done it before. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're taking every bit of what people tell them and they're using that as ammunition. That is the most unknowledgeable person in the fucking room, and you can't listen to them. You guys got to look at this a little bit more clear-headed and really see what's going on here. But I'm going to leave it at that. You guys do what you want to do in this space, but you got to think for yourself. You got to act for yourself. You got to be your own individual person. Be unique. It'll make the space so much better. Stand out. But this is Solana Made Simple. I'm SMS. Marky, I appreciate your time. Take care of yourselves. Be safe.
Let's go. Love y'all.